Well, at least he got a job. At least he don't beat me. I be happy. Spare crumbs, please. Spare. Our grandmothers waited because they had no options. Our mothers waited because they were told to be grateful. I need a break. I just need, give me some man. Give me somebody. But healing acts, is this familiar or is this free? It's ticking. What clock? Your clock? It is what I'm stepping on your toes. It is what it is. You either come to do or you don't. It's good. I'm good. I'm not out here wasting my pinkalicious time. Am I doing too much or you not doing enough? Because the bar here, the standard's here. Hi, Survivorlies. Welcome back to But Did You Die? Chaos, Lessons, and Laughs. This is my podcast. Yes, I'm Dr. Survivalist, your internet therapist in a pink coat, no couch required. And today's episode is for the woman who is tired of waiting and low-key tempted to settle. Not because you don't have standards, not because you don't love yourself, but because you're tired of being what? Strong. Tired of hoping, tired of believing for something that hasn't shown up yet. And if you ever said, maybe I'm asking for too much, maybe this is just how it's supposed to be, or it is, maybe I should stop wanting more. This episode is for you. You. Survival teaches you to grab what's available. Hence why you picking the wrong people. Healing teaches you to wait for what's aligned. All right? And so this is about learning the difference and choosing yourself anyway, regardless. Because survival doesn't just keep you alive. In fact, it trains you to accept what you can get. Oh my life. All right, so even when your soul is asking for better, survival doesn't know that. So let's get into it and let's talk about it. Now, the first two episodes, I did not do the song. I know y'all asking for the song because y'all like the song. So we're going to do it. So y'all already know what time it is. I'm bringing it back. Yup. Our song. Buckle up. Sit back. Girl, you not under attack. Buckle up. Relax. Girl, you know I got your back. Buckle up. Sit back. Girl, you not under attack. Buckle up. Relax. Girl, you know I got your back. All right. So as we know, in the new season, we are going over the themes, therapeutic focus. Girl, my eyelash is itching my face. It is, girl. Cultural reality. And I think a little bit of the core truths, the core messaging, and the soul question. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right. So again, this is your internet therapist in a pink coat, Dr. Survivalist. Can y'all see this? Dr. Survivalist in a pink coat. Here I go. All right. Don't jump. Move. All right. So the theme of this episode is desire versus desperation. All right. So this episode sits in the tension between desperation and how trauma, cultural and survival and spiritual pressures can slowly convince a black woman to accept less than what her soul is actually asking for. Now, you guys already know we on season 2. I am a blackity black woman. I can only speak from a black woman, but I am also a therapist, and I can also speak to different aspects of me being a therapist. But however, my goal is to provide a safe space for all to land, especially the black woman. So all are welcome, but I am going to talk to the black woman and talk about the black woman and the things that relates to the black woman. All right. So these things can slowly pressure the black woman and convince her to accept less than what her soul is actually asking for. It centers the moment when waiting gets heavy. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all already know I'm coming to snatch edges and step on them church toes. Get them church feet out the way. Get those church shoes out the way. Right? So it centers the moment when waiting gets heavy, hopes get tired, and settling starts to look a little bit like easy and relief. The last episode we talked about good for me or versus convenient for me. Is good for me really good? Is it really healthier and better, or is right now convenient? So my episodes are tying together to help y'all understand one by one. Choose you, love you, pick me. So therapeutic focus. Trauma chooses relief. Trauma trains the brain to choose relief over alignment. Healing trains the body to tolerate waiting without self-betrayal. So when you heal, you don't just choose out of anxiousness and anxiety and the need, I gotta have somebody. You don't betray yourself in order to have somebody. Self-abandoning, that's what that is. This shows up as trauma bonding with good enough. Well, at least he got a job. At least he don't beat me. Survival-based decisions making. Fear of abandonment, hypervigilance and urgency, nervous system fatigue. Remember I said last time, some of y'all just tired and you don't even know why you tired. That's how tired you are. You don't even know why you tired. Scarcity thinking instead of safety. Love this. I give this to my clients all the time. Anybody want to buy a heart? I love K. Michelle. Her album, anybody want to buy a heart? That's what y'all out here doing. My heart's for sale. Anybody want a heart? Eyes be happy. Spare crumbs, please. Spare crumbs. Me and my daughter have another joke with that, but that's our little inside joke, okay? Trauma asks, will this stop the pain right now? Because I need relief. Healing asks, is this good for me long term? Do we really think long term when we going through? No, I want what I want, what I want it now. Help me, Lord, today. Save me, Jesus. Help me, I'm drowning. The cultural reality, why waiting feels heavy. For many black women, waiting has never felt neutral. We'll talk about that later. Our grandmothers waited because they had no options. Our mothers waited because they were told to be grateful. Grateful? We were waiting while being told we're too picky, too spiritual, too emotional, or you too much. You just too much. You too independent. I need a submissive woman. You too independent. Or running out of time. Girl, you in your late 40s. You don't get you somebody now. You gonna be barely over there saying, do you got teeths? I'll take if you got some teeths. Come on, baby girl. Culturally, we were taught to make do, endure, be thankful even when depleted, treat suffering like maturity. Okay, y'all know how I feel about suffering equals spiritual. That's how, you know, suffering equals spiritual. And it's funny with all this going on right now with all this stuff. It's funny. So church language sometimes echoes this: just be content. Seek the Lord. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. Don't want too much. God is teaching you patience. But trauma also speaks spiritually. Take what you can get. You don't have time to wait. Something is better than nothing. Survival rushes you into choices your healed self would never make. Now, some core truth. You are not desperate. You tired. You tired. You're not desperate. You tired. You're not picky. You are aware, right? We don't have to pick and choose because I have to right now out of desperation, which makes me pick the wrong person. Right? Out of desperation, I'm picking from scarcity. I'm picking from low-hanging fruit. Anybody will do. How do you know this, Miss Monique? How do you know these things? Because I wrote a book about it. And we're going to talk about it in Valentine's Day. Also, I'm looking for some people, some men to be for my Valentine's edition. You know, looking for some educated, wise, emotionally available, intelligent black men. Okay? All right? We're going to have some people on here. Y'all get ready. You are not faithless. You are emotionally honest. So surviving setting sounds like at least I'm not alone. Healing asks, does this feel safe or just familiar? Woo! Does this honors me or just calm my fear? This anxious attachment. Is this a line or is it just available? My church folk know, like, that was a run right there. Stepped on your toe. Run, sis, run. So waiting is not weakness. Waiting is what your nervous system does when it's learning. It no longer has to grab what's closest to survive. Again, trauma rushes, healing listens. Survival grabs, healing chooses. Is this a line? Or is this just available? I gotta make sure my other camera is seeing me. I don't know how I can do that. Maybe I need to put it on this side next time. But hello, peoples. Oh yeah, we on 2 cameras because we upgraded a little bit. A little bit. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the next part of the soul question. Am I waiting because I trust my becoming? Or am I settling because I'm afraid of being alone in the process? You may hear this question again later. So that if you don't listen to anything else, this is the gist of this whole episode. If you don't, you take a break and you don't come back to next week or whatever the case may be, that's the gist of this whole episode. That's the meat, that's the heart of it. So let's get into it. What is survival settling? So survival settling is choosing relief over alignment. I need a break. I just need, give me some man. Give me somebody. Give me some job. Give me some church. Give me some food. I really believe that the African American culture is overweight is because of 2 big major things: time and money. You don't have time to meal prep because you got to go work. You don't have enough money to buy the best food because eating healthy is expensive. Let's be real. So therefore you got to work. And by the time you get off work, you tired. You have no energy. So guess what? You're going to get something fast and easy. What that sound like? Does that sound like your dating pattern? Fast and easy? Stepping on your toes, pulling on your edges. Okay. All right. And so it sounds like at least he's not, at least I'm not alone. At least this pays the bills. Come on. At least this pays the bills. At least God knows my heart. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means your nervous system is tired and exhausted. So when you live with abandonment, loss, or instability, your body learns one rule. Get safe fast. That's it. That's what survival mode is. I'm trying to get myself to be safe and protected. I'm trying to hold on and endure. So you stop asking, is this good for me? And start asking, will this stop the pain right now? That's not desire. That's fear. You got that man out of fear. You got that woman out of fear. You in this church because you got a scare, fear. Fear. So survival whispers, take what you can get. You don't have time to wait. Something is better than nothing. But healing asks, is this familiar or is this free? Is this familiar or is this free? Let's play with this. The illusion of waiting. There is an illusion that y'all in La La Land and the Delulu, and this is where y'all at. So many of us were taught that waiting sounds like I'm trusting God. I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm being patient. If it's meant to be, it'll happen. Oh, that's that escape goat. These are really scapegoats. It's in God's hand. You ain't did nothing. You ain't did nothing. I said what I said. You ain't did nothing. But sometimes that isn't faith. Sometimes that's fear wearing church clothes. And what we know how to do is perform. Baby, we know how to be a strong black woman. Baby, we know how to be a church woman. Shut. We got that down. That's why he over here making fun of y'all. Not me. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. That was so funny. I love that hit home. You know, that hit home. Waiting becomes a spiritual cover for avoiding grief, disappointment, and the deeper healing that requires us to slow down. That's why you doing what you're doing and going to get what you get, because it's easy. It's easy. It keeps you from slowing down and putting a mirror in your face and looking at you. Survival taught us that love is scarce, opportunity is limited, and security can be taken at any moment. I want to talk to that woman that any moment you are unsafe. If you are unsafe, I need you to get safe. Get in a better position. Safety matters. Security matters. Are you safe, sis? I know I could be talking to the people on this kind of level, but let's go lower. Are you safe? Seriously. Get connected with some shelters. Get connected with some good church homes, support system. Call your friends. Call your family. We tend to hold things alone because we want embarrassed of shame. How you black and you black woman, you can't, the expectations and stuff. So first thing first, get safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your kids. Okay? So you may have heard this. It's for my spiritual girlies. Don't miss your blessing. That's a good man, Savannah. You ain't got many. You ain't got many left. Your clock is ticking. What clock? Your clock? Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. You don't have time to be picky. Now, I just heard this in my spirit. I don't want y'all to say, oh, she must be single or she want to be single for the rest of her life. I'm in my 40s. I'm not going back and forth with stuff, foolishness. I'm in my 40s. At some point, you hit 35 in your 30s. You get this awareness. I don't know if you know it or you know what the words to put to it or give it language. I'm gonna fix this lash before the next day. I'll say, you hear me? I'm gonna fix this. You get to a certain age and you start looking at anytime you come at a crossroad to make a decision, that's 3 years. That's another 3 years added to your life. At 35, you got to start looking at like, okay, I gotta make these better decisions in your 20s. You can make a decision to leave a job and go and leave. Your 20, you can do that. Your 30, 35, you like, oh no, I gotta, because this could, affect that and that can cause this and da-da-da-da. So when you get in your 30s, you got to make better decisions because that's 2 years. You get with this man, that's 2-3 years. Oh Lord, a baby. That's half your life. Now in our 40s, we already know what stuff is, what it look like. Okay, I already see about what you buy, and I don't think I have time for it. Like our patience get a little bit at the 40s. I'm not going back and forth with you. It is what I'm stepping on your toes. It is what it is. You either come to do or you don't. It's good. I'm good. I think there was this little thing where men were getting mad at women because they were replacing them with dogs. And my question is, it's like, you get mad at a dog, but my thing is like, have you ever asked the question like, what is going on with me in my life that she has to replace, she thinks she could replace, or she feels like she has to replace me with a dog? with comfort and company. What do I need to do to get better? This is how you evolve and change and grow. Okay? Those weren't cruel messages. They were survival strategies passed down in unsafe systems. Systems, people. Systems. Be healed waiting, but healed waiting is not passivity. Waiting is doing the work while God does the ordering. Waiting sharpens discernment. Waiting interrupts patterns. Waiting regulates the nervous system. That's if you're waiting with purpose, waiting and working, waiting, not just sitting, I'm waiting on the Lord. I gave it to me. He's at the altar. Got an episode coming out that's calling y'all out. Like a lot of y'all in love with the idea. God's gonna give me a man. Ain't did nothing. Ain't trust God. I'm just waiting on the Lord. But what you supposed to be doing? So survival taught us to move fast without something. Move fast because something was always being taken from us. Again, survival taught us to move fast because something was always being taken from us. But healing teaches us that anything divine can never be rushed. What's rushed is rooted in fear. What's divine has no expiration date. So why waiting feels so hard? Waiting is hard when you've lost something suddenly, when you've been abandoned, when you've watched others receive what you prayed for. God, I've been in this thing, why they over here? Why she 22 and she got a whole husband and a man, living her whole life. Well, I dedicated to the life of struggle. Why? See, questions you be asking, why? What's going on with me? What am I missing? What am I not changing? What am I stuck in my ways about? Don't be looking at her, look at what you got going on. What's going on? Right? So, when you've waited before and it broke your heart, that's what a lot of my generation is. I ain't gonna do that. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. But you say one thing, but you do another. I'm waiting on the Lord, but I ain't gonna do that. Your body learned waiting equals danger. So it rushes you, not because it's broken, but because it remembers pain. Yeah. Pain. Speak to the woman that's going through this and she's being hit after hit. Everything I'm saying, we're going to get to where you need to be. Okay? Hypervigilance look like scanning for what's next. That's what you're doing, sis. Is this safe? Is this safe? And that's wise. But are you constantly in this mode? Constantly to the point you got anxiety? You can't sleep at night? You worried about what he doing? You checking his IG? Choosing quickly? Mistaking anxiety for confirmation? I just feel like, I just got all these emotions and feelings and girl, your nervous system is wrecked. Healing invites you to wait without bracing for impact. Because you good. You good with or you good without. It don't matter. You good. You not doing things to get him. You doing things because you love you. Now, I said earlier about the woman that all this is hitting. I'm speaking to her. I want you to just take a break. We're going to check this body. Okay? We're going to check. Pause. Pause with me. Place one hand on your chest. You know, in that heart and that emotions, because that's where we kind of live at sometimes. And in that belly, because that's where the soul is. In that belly, and our truth right here. And breathe slowly through your nose. Hold. Exhale gently. Ask your body. Not your logic. Ask your body. When I think about settling, what do I feel? Tight, heavy, numb, scared, relieved, but sad? What do I feel? Your body tells you the truth before your mouth ever does. Again, the body keeps score. Desire isn't the problem. Many Black women were taught spiritual language that sounded like discipline, but functioned as suppression. Deny yourself. Wait on the Lord. Now we know that the scriptures, it says deny yourself in these things, but are you abandoning who you supposed to be? Are you abandoning your emotions? Are you abandoning yourself and not getting rest? Are you denying yourself and over people pleasing and performing for church, not God, religion, and not relationship? Be content. Oh, that just hurt my soul. Be content. Yo mama. Right? Over time, holiness became silence. Endurance became maturity. So purity culture taught us to distrust our longings and fear being labeled too much, too needy, or not submissive enough. Desire isn't rebellion, okay? It's revelation. It shows you where the wound still whispers. Am I allowed to want more? Or do I have to accept what's given? Yes. Want is not selfish. Want is not faithless. Want is often God's invitation into wholeness. Like really, if he give you the desires of your heart, if you're wanting something or desiring something, if you're aligned with him and in his purpose and you choose to please him, then, maybe the short man is for you. What if desire isn't something to pray away, but something to discern? We don't do enough work on it ourselves. We don't know ourselves. We just out here doing stuff, All right, say this with me. I don't have to escape myself. Waiting is not punishment. Waiting is my nervous system learning safety. Buckle up, sit back. Girl, you not under attack. The trauma of timing. Many of us inherited the fear of missing out from watching mothers and grandmothers give up on their dreams just to survive. Now, I know I'm coming for your edges and your scalp right now. Many of us inherited the fear of missing out from watching mothers and grandmothers give up on their dreams just to survive. If that ain't you, you're on the wrong podcast. On the wrong podcast. If any of the stuff that I just said touched you, comment, sis. Click on here. Let me know that it's you. This real. I'm not out here wasting my pinkalicious time. Poverty and patriarchy taught urgency as protection. If you don't take it now, you'll never have it. That wired our bodies to believe delay equals danger. Danger. But there's a difference between time systems. So Chronos time, the clock, comparison, deadlines, and Kairos time, divine alignment, and sacred becoming. So you're not behind, you're not late, you are becoming what your bloodline prayed for. For my Christian girlies, Sarah waited and still birthed promise, even though she waited in a way that a lot of us do, laughing and not believing, lack of faith. Hannah waited and still birthed purpose. Jesus waited 30 years and he was never late. He was never late. Delay is not denial. You know this. Sometimes it's divine preparation. Because if God was to send you the husband that you need or the wife that you need, because just in case anybody, would have damaged them because you're not healed? And you got all this childhood trauma and this survival mode. I want a man to take care of me. How? You lying. You lying. You don't want a man to take care of you. Because as soon as a man to come in and take care of you, want to love you, adore you, you self-sabotage. Oh, that wasn't for me. That was not of God. Lies. What? Lies. What settling costs you? Settling doesn't just cost dream. It costs your voice, your softness, your joy, your peace. You start shrinking, calling pain normal, explaining exhaustion as faith. I held on, girl. I held on to that cross. God got me. But you're not tired because you're weak. You're tired because you've been carrying what was never yours. What is yours, you're not even doing. Getting yourself prepared and ready. Trusting God. Leaning on your own like trusting your own voice and hearing your own voice. I don't like this. Let's leave. I don't think she my friend. Let's leave. We force ourselves to make things work. We do. What healing chooses? Healing asks different questions. Does this feel safe or just familiar? Does this calm me or just calm my fear? Is this aligned or just available? Healing doesn't erase loneliness. It stops self-abandonment. Now, are you going to have these moments where you feel lonely? Yeah, but you may have these moments feeling lonely with somebody. Which is worse? Choose you. Sis, choose you and heal. I'm a advocate for family and marriage and care and all those things, but do it healthy. Let that be the standard. Let that be the bar. Because trauma rushes. Healing listens. Survival grabs. Healing choose. Now, let's go ahead and get into these questions. You know, we got to have our journals. I don't know if you got it. Pause. Go get it. Go get them. Therapeutic reflection questions. This invites you to pause, breathe, and answer honestly. No fixing required. Question number 1. When I feel tempted to settle, am I responding to loneliness or to misalignment? This separates emotional need from true compatibility. Question number 2. What fear gets loudest when I imagine continuing to wait? Fear of being alone? Missing out? Disappointing others? Or disappointing God? 3. Have I been calling anxiety discernment or urgency faith? This name, trauma-driven decisions making without accusation. 4. What does my body feel when I think about choosing what's available versus what's aligned? Tightness, relief, heaviness, peace. Your body holds wisdom. Listen to it. Slow down and ask yourself these questions and listen to it. What part of me is tired right now? My spirit, my heart, or my nervous system? Not all exhaustion means it's time to settle. 6. What desire have I been suppressing because I was taught it was too much? You're doing too much. Am I doing too much or you not doing enough? Because the bar here, the standard's here. That's the standard. If God is treating me this way, why would I let you treat me this way? Huh? If God is loving me like this. If I love me like this. Come on now. Come on, think. Right? All right. This gently confronts purity culture and spiritual silencing. Okay. If I trusted that divine timing includes me, what decision would I stop rushing? That invites Kairos time into practical life. Am I waiting because I trust my becoming or settling because I'm afraid to be alone in this process? This anchors the entire thought, the entire episode, really. My becoming or settling because I'm afraid to be alone. All right, you know I wouldn't be able to work this out and do this if I didn't have no affirmations for you. Right, sis? I got them for you. And this is we'll talk about it. I am not late. What is for me is on time. I will not trade my worth for relief. Loneliness will never be louder than my self-respect. Yeah. Hallelujah. I'm sorry that came. Loneliness will never be louder than my self-respect. Some of y'all got this loneliness is telling you to go in these situations. That's why you in these situations. It's about to be Valentine's. Yeah. Are we in these situations because we lonely? Our heart is crying out for something that God put in there. I digress. I deserve love that is safe, mutual, and intentional. I'm allowed to wait without shrinking. I do not have to rush to be chosen. I'm already worthy. I release the need to force what requires alignment. We're not forcing it. 40, I'm not forcing nothing. Give me a little dog. I trust myself to recognize what is good for me. I will not call survival love just to feel less alone. I honor my standards. They are not too much. They are proactive. Why these affirmations matter. Word shapes your nervous system. Okay? When you speak life over yourself, your body begins to listen. Your posture begins to change. Your breath shifts. Your choices start to reflect what you believe you deserve. Affirmations set what? The standard. They teach your mind, body what is normal for you now. When something shows up that doesn't match that standard, disrespect, inconsistency, emotional absence, your spirit feels it. Your body reacts to it, and your discernment calls it out. This is not just positive thinking, just saying things. It's your nervous system retraining and training. You are teaching yourself what safety, love, and dignity feels like, so you stop accepting what only feels familiar. This is going to require you to, yesterday's price is not today's price. You see what I'm saying? It's going to make you get out of this pool of what you've been doing and who you've been doing it with. You are teaching yourself what safety, love, and dignity feels like, so you stop accepting what only feels familiar. When you speak these words, you are not begging for better. You are declaring what belongs to you. And anything that cannot meet the truth, that truth will no longer feel comfortable in your life. I speak it. The next time you hear, after you hear this, you're going to be like, oh, why? It's going to mess you up. You can't just hear this and just not be moved and not just change. Yeah, it's going to sit in there, and I don't care if it take a year. It's going to be like, I remember this. I don't like, it's going to set stuff in motion. That's what it's going to do. Cause and effect. The laws of attraction. One last reset for tonight for your nervous system. Hand on your chest, on your belly. Inhale. I am safe to want more. I don't have to rush my life anymore or again. Your body needs permission before your mind can follow. So sis, you are not asking for too much. You're asking from a place of too little. You have been asking for a place from too little for too long. So you are no longer asking from that place anymore. Waiting is sacred. Yeah, you're waiting. God got you. Rest is holy, and you are already enough. Like, don't be out here hunting like a man. Ain't your job to be out here hunting for some food. Take care of your family. Don't be out here hunting no man. Hunt for the bag if you want to. That's a choice, not a coping mechanism. For a little bit, get your bag, get on a trip. You a little low, you depressed, get you some money, get your makeup done, get your hair done, nails done, everything big. Take care of yourself. But anybody can't just come in here and just be like, oh yeah, I think you pretty. Of course I'm pretty. What do you mean? Thank you. You are not alone. You are seen. And you belong here. Is this space of healing and return. In this space of healing and return. So you belong here. You belong here. I'm happy you are here. And this has been But Did You Die? Chaos, lessons, and laughs with your Dr. Survivalist. Y'all like my coat? Can you see it? You like my coat, Dr. Survivalist? Yeah, I did it. Yeah, thank the Lord. All right. When survival is never the end of the story. All right. So thank you for tuning in to this episode of But Did You Die? Chaos, Lessons, and Laugh. Stay connected with me. All right. Here on IG at But Did You Die _podcast, TikTok, at But Did You Die _podcast, YouTube at BDYD podcast, and check with my website. I got the website, sis. I got it because I be like, check the notes and check. I be forgetting what it is, and it's BDYDpodcast.com. Get those worksheets. Check out my website. Join and subscribe and do those things. Maybe a membership group coming up to help y'all to get more time with me and some more work. I don't know. Be on the lookout. So don't miss my next episode dropping next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Hit that follow, subscribe button so you're first to know. Okay? You're first to know. Okay? Now, I tell y'all this all the time. Comments, questions, and concerns. Drop them below. Or, don't slide in my DMs, but, go in that DMs like, hey, girl, I love hearing what you saying, and I want you to talk about this. Can you help me with this? Hit me up. I like hearing from y'all. I like trying to figure out who this. All right, thank you so much for listening. I love you guys. Bye, Survivorlies. Redefining faith as an active partnership with healing, discernment, and self-respect. That's what this episode is about. Therapeutic focus. Exploring how religious conditioning, trauma,